The fur hit the marble floor like an insult meant to echo. "Check my coat, sweetie." Her voice was lacquered with entitlement, soft, expensive, sharp enough to cut. I watched the white mink slide across the VIP lounge tiles and stop at my shoes. I didn't move. "Pick it up!" she shrieked, already laughing, already sure of the ending. Behind her the lounge hummed, low music, clinking glasses, people who paid to forget who they were for a few hours, people who thought power was permanent. I looked at the coat, then at her. "No," I said. The laugh died wrong. A glitch. "I'm closing the lounge," she snapped, pulling out her phone. "You're just staff." Just staff? The words landed, heavy with a familiarity I didn't yet name. I pointed to the brass sign by the door. "Private property, members only." She followed my finger, smiled wider. "I'll buy the club by morning." I breathed in slowly. "I bought it this morning." Silence cracked the room open. "And your membership," I added, "is revoked." Her face froze, half fury, half disbelief. That was when my phone vibrated in my pocket. A single message. DNA results confirmed. The real betrayal had nothing to do with the coat. 3 weeks earlier, my world had still been clean, orderly, predictable. I trusted patterns, numbers, contracts, people who knew their place. Then there was the dinner, the CEO's charity gala, my husband, her husband, standing on stage, smiling like a practiced lie, and her draped on his arm, fingers pressing into his sleeve with ownership. I told myself it was nothing. Power couples always looked intimate. Cameras demanded it. But later, in the parking garage, I saw the way he leaned close to her ear, too close, the way she laughed before he finished speaking. I felt it then, not pain, displacement, as if something inside me had shifted by a millimeter, enough to throw everything off balance. That night he kissed me with the same mouth. I didn't pull away. I memorized the difference. Small things followed, late calls, deleted messages, a sudden insistence on privacy. And the child, the boy he said was his from a previous mistake. Generous alimony, private schooling, no questions asked. I smiled, I nodded. Inside, the storm started to organize. I didn't accuse, I watched. Phones leave patterns, so do people who think they're untouchable. I copied his call logs, cross-referenced dates, board trips that overlapped her spa weekends. The child's pediatrician billed to a Shell account I recognized. I ordered coffee with her once, sat across from her in silk and diamonds while she smiled like a victor. She talked about loyalty. I thought about blood types. The test was easy. A favor called in, a swab taken under the guise of routine paperwork. Numbers don't lie. People do. I acted normal. I laughed at his jokes. I attended meetings. I signed papers that transferred ownership quietly, legally, irrevocably. The club was the last piece, a place they both loved, a symbol. I bought it under an LLC she'd never trace back to me. I waited. The results came in on a Thursday morning. 99.9%. The boy wasn't his. He was hers. Not a mistake, a lie with a birthday. That evening, I handed him the folder across our kitchen island. No words, just paper. He opened it, read, sat down. "I can explain," he said, already breaking. "I know," I replied. His mouth opened again, closed. Silence did the rest. I filed for divorce the next day. No drama, no fight. He didn't ask for forgiveness. He knew I was already gone. Which brings us back to the lounge, to the coat on the floor, to her eyes finally understanding. "You can't do this," she hissed. "My husband—" "Isn't," I said. Her phone buzzed. Mine stayed still. Security appeared, gentle, professional. "Escort her out," I said. She screamed my name then, not my title, not my position, my name. It didn't stop them. The doors closed behind her. The coat stayed on the floor. I stood alone in the VIP lounge after everyone left. No applause, no satisfaction, just clarity. Revenge isn't loud, it's precise. It's knowing exactly when to let go. I didn't pick up the coat. I turned off the lights and walked out of a life that had already burned itself to ash.